this is Lady Boule, and I hope you're having a great day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your thumbs up, for your comments, and thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. Now I want y'all to listen to this, and then I'll come back and talk about it.
Culturally, man, we've been trained on how to kill each other. We've been trained on how to disrespect our women. We've been trained on how to hurt each other. That's what we've been trained culturally to aspire to, respectfully. I think if you've been trained that and indoctrinated with that over time, even me, I grew up thinking that that's what's up. So I had to get into books to detox my thinking. You know what I'm saying? It was through books that I feel like was my gateway to new levels of success.
That makes sense. As far as the culture, I think we so in love with getting rich and not wealthy. I think that right there has been hurting us, and it still hurts us to this day, because most of the rappers, like you said, Rick Ross, you got guys like that's starting to push the wealth, but at the same time, it's just nobody want to get wealthy. Everybody in love with the things you can see.
Flashy.
Everybody want to brag on the things you can see. When it comes to wealth, it's invisible. So once we get in love with the things that, and taking care of the things that you can't.
I got this from TikTok and it cut off there. So the first speaker said they had been trained to hurt each other, to kill each other, to disrespect women. They had been trained. My question is, who trained them to do that? That is just weird to me. We have been in this country for over 400 years, and we have never had a culture where anybody was training anybody to kill or hate or hurt or disrespect. So I'm wondering where this came from. We were trained. We were trained to do that. All right, so everybody is acknowledging that these young men are growing up in homes without fathers. So this is the case now for people to take a look at what they're doing. Again, people saying, I don't need a man, but you have children. And this is what they're saying they're being trained to do. Now, nobody in their home is training them to do these things. Their single mothers not teaching them to do this. Their grandmas are not teaching them to do that. So who's teaching them to do that? Who's teaching them that it's acceptable, that the best way to live is to disrespect people that look like you, disrespect your women, and kill each other? I'm asking for a friend and for myself. I keep hearing black people talking about the boule and the gatekeepers. What gate are they keeping? I would like to know, because I hear there a lot on this YouTube platform, black people calling other black men who are taking care of their families, educating their children, working responsible jobs. They'll call them boule. And then you hear these people saying they were trained to live degenerate lives. So there's a conflict going on here somewhere. And he said he learned better when he picked up a book. Well, had they never heard of going to school? People are trying to teach them these things at school, but they come to school angry, disrespectful, and determined not to do anything that the school authorities tell them to do. Look at what's going on all over the country now. Children are attacking teachers, and that's not going to lead anywhere good, because we know that at a point, America is America. They will clamp down on this. But this is really, really sad. And then the second speaker, I think, was very profound as well, saying that they're chasing things is really what he's talking about. Chasing things, bringing up Rick Ross. So how do you explain families being more united and communities being more united during slavery than after slavery? Well, listen to what some other people have to say.
And black America who are suffering are not suffering because of racism. They're suffering because they're growing up without fathers and mothers in the home.
Now that was the ultra-conservative Jesse Lee Peterson, someone that I rarely agree with, but that's what he had to say. Now let's listen to another conservative.
Culture. Black America has faced a full cultural decline before everybody else. I actually believe that the government experimented first with Black Americans, LBJ and the Great Society Act, to see how they could completely annihilate, obliterate the Black family and make the Black family worship not God. We used to be at the center of all families in America and is no longer at, but worship government and more governance. Welfareism destroyed Black America and it created the toxic culture that we see today. Every single ill that Black America is facing, they are facing because we went from a 22% single motherhood rate back in 1964 to today the single motherhood rate being 73%. We don't have our families together. More than 73% of Black Americans are growing up without a father in the home. So you could just imagine what that does when I say that every social ill follows.
So that's Candace Owens' take on it. It's the family, it's the breakdown of the family, it's welfare. And everybody acknowledges that not having fathers in the home raising boys and girls, or I should say, helping raise boys and girls, it is a serious problem in our communities. Now, I want to ask a question. Where is the church in this? These churches are all over our communities. I don't know that a lot of them have closed. The doors are still swinging open. Preachers are going all over the world preaching. They're buying jets. They're bragging about how much, their membership, how many members belong to their church. And this is what we have going in our communities. I believe that the church is as responsible as anybody for what's going on in the Black community. Now, I think the number one responsibility is the family. Number two is the church. And number three is the community as a whole. People blame a lot on welfare. I don't know about that because my family never received welfare. So I don't know. But I do know that having a man in the home, setting rules, and taking care of the family makes a difference. So I'm back to the beginning of the video. Who taught these people to be ignorant and do these ridiculous things? Now, the government is not coming into your home, telling your children to be disrespectful and to hurt each other. Now, they are putting weapons in our neighborhoods, but they are putting weapons in everybody else's neighborhood too. And we're seeing results of it all over the country. But our family is hardest hit when it comes to not really being able to educate your children and move your children to the next level. We have got to decide what kind of society we want to live in and what kind of children we want to raise. It is critical and it's troubling on a level that I can't explain when people say they were taught to do these things. Now, my question is, as I close this video, who taught that? Who is having that much access and influence over your children that they are teaching them to be degenerates? Who taught them to kill each other, to hurt each other, to disrespect their women, and to chase money not through work, but by any means necessary? Who taught them that? I want to know. If you know, please tell me. Okay, thank you for listening. Subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, share the video, and as always, have a great day.